Hey, how are you? Well, I had a couple of questions on my last video on the shelving. One of them was painting MDF. How did I paint it? I used a latex paint, and the thing is with MDF, especially when you cut it, it's kind of like the open end grain. It really drinks up the paint. So I find that if you give the MDF 2 coats of primer, sanding in between coats, you can get a really nice finish. So that's what I did. I used 2 coats of primer. I filled the holes with spackle, sanded everything, and then I gave it 2 coats of a semi-gloss latex paint. I had a comment and a few emails on the score cut with the miter saw, and I know that I've answered this before, but if you're new to the show, that's what it is. It's a score cut. I'm cutting maybe halfway through the board on the pull and then all the way through on the push, and that just helps to eliminate chip out. I made the cleats for installing the shelves with 2 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood and just gluing them together. Now I also nailed them together with 2 or 3 small nails in the nail gun, but I didn't do that for a structural reason. I did that because it keeps the boards from moving around while you're clamping them up. I also made the cleats a little bit heavy, and once I unclamped them, I trimmed them to size with the table saw. I guess the only other question was, why didn't I use toggle bolts where I didn't have a stud? And the main reason for that was I just didn't want to put the extra work in. And I felt that the shelves would be fine with just the 2 screws in the stud, and then the 1 screw in the sheetrock and a little bit of wood glue would be more than enough. But I did talk to my daughter. I said, listen, you can't sit on these and you can't hang on them. But I think with normal wear and tear, they'll be fine. And I think even with a toggle bolt, if you were to really crank on them, they would pull out of the wall. But with normal use, they should be fine. Now this is what I'm making this week. Let me know if you think you can guess what it is. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on Friday.